y'all, it's Melissa here. I'm going to show you my setup for tonight, which is a lot easier than previous nights. Oil with line strainer, box mold, fragrance, coconut milk with a little dollop of yogurt, and cappuccino mica for the top of my all-white soap, and there's the titanium dioxide to make it lighter. Also lye water. Pretty easy. I'm very happy about this easy setup because the last few weeks of the soap challenges have been pretty taxing on my supplies and also my skills since I'm still fairly new to soap making. So this is going to be one color with one swirl on the top with a little bit of mica for the Mica Swirl top challenge. And before I get started, I did want to show you one thing. Here is my titanium dioxide, and here is my little whisk frother attachment $5 thing from Wholesale Supplies Plus. You can also get one from Brambleberry. And if you put it in here, it just goes really quick. And some people have been saying they've been having trouble, and I too have had trouble with this. And what I think is causing it is it can't be at all wet, not even a little bit, because your battery is right underneath that button. And see, can you see how the little slit is? It's open. The button is open to the battery compartment. So if it's even a little bit wet, it's not going to work for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my setup for tonight is so easy, I'm not even going to bother to wear my gloves because I usually end up taking those off anyway. So the first thing I'm going to add is just going to be my fragrance, just in case it gives me any trouble. This is coconut and cream fragrances mixed up with a little bit of clay in it to give the soap slip and also to anchor the scent. Just going to stir that around in there. There is some vanilla in there, I can smell it. It smells heavily of frosting, so I suspect that this is going to turn really brown on me, but oh well, I don't have any vanilla stabilizer. Let's go ahead and put the lye water in. No, let's go ahead and put our milk in first. I'm going to strain the milk through. It's coconut milk out of a can. Sorry, my hand got in the way there, but yeah, just see, look, it's just plain white coconut milk. And I added 1 ounce of Greek yogurt with a banana puree in there just to thicken it up just a little bit. I couldn't find coconut cream at the store, and it was just a little bit thinner than I wanted it to be. So we're just going to go ahead and, or that's why I added it anyway, added the yogurt. Okay, there we go, there's that. Put these out of the way. Okay, oh, not good. Okay. Sort of my big hand in the way right there. Let's go ahead and add the lye water. I like to strain my lye because I do add silk to my lye. This one also has sugar in it, so I just want to make sure that there's no clumps going in. See, my strainer does a pretty good job of catching the clumps. Okay, that's it. Time to mix. No, you know, I've heard you should always use your gloves. Everyone says always use your gloves. I've always used my gloves because I'm exposed to chemicals every day. But today I'm not going to use my gloves. It's just I'm doing way too easy a job to worry about it, really. It's probably not safe, but here we go anyway. Okay, this is at a thin trace at the point of emulsification. I have been trying to practice to go for a thinner trace lately because I have a tendency towards over thickening, but since I'm only doing one color and not really going to swirl tonight, I want the texture. I am going to go ahead and do it a little bit more than I have been. First I'm going to add some titanium dioxide. I don't know if you can see how yellow my batter is, but it is super yellow. I mean, it's like egg yolk yellow. And this is the last of my titanium dioxide, so I don't think I'm going to be able to really get it very light at all. It's going to have to just be yellow. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and stop this video because my soap is not really tracing. It's taking a lot longer than it usually does. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop it, and I'll be back when we're ready to pour. Okay, small change of plan here. I'm going to add a little bit of, so I can get this back where you can see it. Adding a little bit of, I have just a tiny bit of violet ultramarine left. I'll put that in there and see if that also helps to counteract some of the yellow. No. This is a very, very, very yellow batter. Let's do a little bit more. Just try and get all the dye out of this little cup that we can. Okay, and seeing as how this doesn't want to thicken up on me on account of all the olive oil that I've used, like this is like 50% olive oil right here. I haven't used a recipe with that much olive oil in it since I did my very first Castillo recipe, which was 100% olive oil, and that one took a long time to set up. Okay, put that out of the way, get my cup. I'm going to pour a little bit off and do a little bit of a drop swirl, so I can get out of the way of the camera here. Okay. I mean, I just figured that since it's going to take a while to set up, I might as well take advantage of it, right? Let's do some brown oxide. Just a little. Okay. Okay, maybe a little more than that. No, probably not. It's probably going to darken up because, like, it's like a milk chocolate color. On account of the vanilla in this, it's probably going to thicken up and darken up. So we're just going to leave it like that. Oh, I tell you, I really need a proper camera. This iPhone thing isn't really working for me very well. Alright, let's do, yes, just a little bit more. Scrape that in there. I tell you, the soap does not want to set up. I hope that it decides to set up at some point tonight. Be very sad if it didn't. Well, I had some trouble from the get-go. I forgot that I was out of coconut oil, so I had to stop in the middle and run to the store, and then I thought, oh no, you know, I forgot the coconut milk, so I have to adjust the recipe to make room for more liquid. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I mismeasured the liquid. But no, this is thickening up a lot better now. So I'm just going to leave that. Let's check this one. Yeah, my bucket's still pretty thin. Alright, time for another break. I will be right back. Okay, so it's about 5-6 minutes later. I finally come to a medium trace on this, thick enough to pour in. Let's go ahead and pour most of that. It's my handy dandy trusty box mold here. It's getting on to the end of its lifespan. Definitely it's time for a new one. Well, I guess I could just probably go ahead and buy a real mold by now. My birthday's coming up this week on Saturday. I'll be 30-something, 34-ish. Mold's on the list of things I want for my birthday, so we'll see if it happens for me. I don't really want any of this brown on the top, so I'm going to go ahead and just scoop that all in there. Okay. And go ahead and do a spoon swirl here. Remember how to do that. There we go. Okay, rest of the batter on top. Low and slow so we don't break through too much. Okay. Okay, just scraping the rest of the batter out of the bucket. I'll put that. I'm going to move the box right out of the way real quick. And give it a good pounding. Oh, son of a gun! I had really reinforced the end of my little box divider there, and the bottom fell out again. I did it so on the Tiger Challenge, and it held up last week. But this is the reason that I really want a mold, is because as great as this one is for holding a shape, also it was free, it's exactly the right size. It's like 4 ounces off of being a full 4-pound mold. It's a really great little mold. I love it. But the bottom cannot always be held. It's not very good for adjustable, when I adjust the size of my batches. So I think I really want a couple of 2 or 3 pound molds. Okay, we're back. And while I was letting this set up, I started my cleanup for tonight. I figured that soap is very much like a watch pot. You know, you sit there and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait for that pot to boil, and it's just not going to do it for you. Likewise with soap, you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for it to trace when you normally have fast trace, and no, it's not going to do it for you. So here's our decorated top. Pile it all up. It doesn't have to be perfect, we're just playing. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that's some texture. Let's go ahead and take the mica. And drizzle it all over. I don't really have a dropper like some people do yet for this. I didn't think about it in time. Where's my spoon? Trusty spoon gets it all out. Sorry that I am in the way. I probably should start filming from the other direction, then you'll be able to see what I'm doing more. Okay, that's enough. So start dragging that through, back and forth. I could have used more, but that's all right. Let me see if I have any more. I have a little bit. Only problem is now I don't have any oil, so I gotta get a little bit of oil out of the cabinet. A little bit. I'm gonna get some oil out of the cabinet now. Excuse me, sorry, one day I will get it together with these videos. I promise I will. Wrong cabinet. And that's just what I get for starting my cleanup before I'm ready, isn't it? It's too much oil. Okay, there we go. A little frother attachment, perfect. Perfect for the job. Okay, there we go. Let's pour this on. Maybe this is not cappuccino. Maybe this is chocolate. I don't really know. A friend of mine in where I live had some micas for some cosmetics that she makes, and she just gave me her extra. Oh, you can use this one for your challenge. I'm not going to use it. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, so away goes our decorated top, and back comes our swirly whirly, which is actually perfect. That's what I do most of anyway, so. Well, it looks kind of chocolatey, which is nice. I actually go ahead and throw just a touch of some chocolate fragrance that I had left from my stash in there. The scent is chocolate, or is coconut and cream. Touch of chocolate. You can kind of smell the chocolate, so I hope that it will stay in there. Okay, so I think that's it. One more dot right there. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Okay, so here is coconut cream with some chocolate and some, I think, cappuccino or chocolate mica on the top, some kind of dark brown. It's a little oily, so I hope it doesn't absorb too much. We're going to put this in the refrigerator so it doesn't gel, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!